What's going on, y'all? I'm about to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and hop on these charts, y'all. Let's go ahead and hop on these charts. All right, so this is retracing, which is going to work out for us. What's going on, y'all? Let's see here. We can mark that off. What's going on, y'all? Place that right there. So the few pairs I'm looking at, I missed a few entries. Yesterday, there were some, but it's all good. We're about to see if we can hop on some pairs in a second. So I'm going to pull this up on my other screen. Yes, there's a few pairs I'm looking at right now. I'm about to put Euro AED up on my other screen. I've been calling Euro AED sales all week. It's been doing the same thing. If we just zoom out, we've been catching sales. We caught a sell on Wednesday, me and the members. Then I caught another sell yesterday. And now I dropped down and I call another sell in a second. Seeing how it's reacting to this level here. It's doing a nice retest for us, so it's at a good entry. So I'm about to put this on my other screen so I can keep an eye on that. And we can look at some other pairs. Let me see what's going on. JPY pair's just been dumping since the yesterday's news. We caught a huge sell on CHF JPY yesterday, but it continued to dump all last night, and it's still dumping right now. I missed the sell on it a few hours ago, the Euro JPY pairs. I was looking at this. It did this yesterday too. I don't know if it was this pair, but as soon as I decided to start looking at the charts, that's when the move wanted to happen. But it is all good. This isn't the first time we missed some opportunities. It's just part of the game. If the charts are moving, you're going to be missing some opportunities. So right now we're going to see if there's some other pairs we can possibly jump into. I like how GA is looking. I'd like to see it retrace a little bit more. So I'm going to see if it will. But if not, we may or may not just jump in on it. Because it'll still be a 1 to 2 risk to reward where it's currently at. Actually, if I lower right here, it'll be a better risk to reward. Put the stop loss like right there. Yeah, so even if it tries to dump right here, I may or may not enter it still. So I do like how these pairs are looking. It is very bearish. Like I was talking about yesterday's stream, I was waiting for it to break this level. It finally broke this level. It did a nice retest. So I want to see it drop today. with or without the news going on. That's what I like to see. I like to see a nice drop on this, and it looks like it's going to try to do that for us. So depending on what this candlestick looks like, we might jump in on this. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one as well. So I'm paying attention to the AUD pairs. I want to pay attention to JPY pairs. But they did a nice drop literally today and yesterday and so far today when market reopened, and they're on the daily support resistance levels. So I'm going to wait to see how they react to that. Like NJ just hit its level right here. So I'm going to see if it's going to retrace back up or if it's going to continue to drop. Yes, they're all on daily levels right now. Did a nice drop. They did kind of what they did yesterday. Well, around this time yesterday when market reopened, they continued to drop down. So it's kind of doing a repeat of that. So right now I'm just going to wait to see how they react to these levels and see if it's going to continue to drop down or not. What's going on? Y'all jumping in right now? Yeah, so I think right now we're just going to pay attention to. All right, so this is dropping again too. We caught a sell on this yesterday. Hit all TPs. It's doing a drop. So when we look at the other Canadian pairs, because those are a little too far for entry. That's dropping as well too. So I want to see how much more it's going to drop by as well, because the news did help push price up, so it is still bullish. It is a huge imbalance that it could try to cause price to retrace and fill up. But as of now, it's respecting that daily level, so I want to see if we can go for a buy. There is some levels of traffic to the left of it that I might struggle to break, but we're going to see if it can do so. This price is pushing up right now, so we're going to keep an eye on gold as well. Nice rejection wick on this 15. London did just start new 5-minute. I'm going to look at the indices because they were doing a little drop, so I want to see if they're continuing that drop. Looks like they are. So I am kind of tempted to go for a sell on these, even though it is kind of bullish, mainly because there's a huge level of traffic to the left. It could try to break it later, so this sell could be slightly a scalp setup. But I do like how it's looking. Let me see what the other indices are up to. Yeah, so the other indices are doing similar moves. Now it's just Brooklyn with that level. Right there, just retesting the daily level. All right, so the AED pairs look like they're trying to drop. So we might be jumping in on these soon. I do like how this is looking. So I'm about to write this up. I want to see how it reacts to this wall right here, but we might jump in on these. But let me go ahead and post the disclaimer first. It's been a great week so far, but like I said, a lot of news are kind of like, because of the news yesterday, a lot of things are a little bit off today. But we should still be able to jump into some trades. I do like how this is looking though, so we might be jumping in on these. Yeah, I like how this is looking right here. Yeah, we might jump in on this one. I'm about to go ahead and write this pair up in this trade. Yeah, look at the indices are looking too. SPX got a nice, rejection with on the 4-hour time frame. But on the bigger time frame, it is still very bullish. So I don't know. I might just watch it, or I might enter to be determined. But let me see what these JPY pairs are up to. So they're still chilling on these levels right here. 80 CADs, drop right underneath here. So 80 CAD, let's get rid of this because we didn't jump in that trade yesterday. So 80 CAD is looking slightly bullish, but the other Canadian pairs are dropping. They are at the strong support resistance level, which we can see right here. And there is a huge level of traffic. But as of now, it is bullish, so I don't really want to go for a sell. So I'm either going to wait for it to break back above that the daily 4-hour level, or I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to the, not the daily 4-hour, the 4-hour level, or I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to that daily level below it. So I'm just going to watch it and leave that alone for now. The other pairs, JPY pairs look like they're still trying to drop. Kind of like how this is looking here. But it's been doing a lot. It's been doing slight retracements. I'm going to see how this candlestick ends. New 5-minute did just start. In USD CHF, I want to see how it's going to react to this level. Hit that 4-hour level, then it dropped. It's kind of getting choppy right here. But if we look on the bigger scale, it is bearish overall. We could possibly look for a sell on this. But we'll see. It can go either way, honestly. So we're just going to watch this and see how it's reacting to these levels here. Looks like the JPY pairs are trying to drop some more. So we might look for a sell on this. Mark off. Slower right here. That's a good level to mark off. Yeah, that would have been a nice sell to catch on that Euro JPY pair, but it's all good. All right, so GA is trying to push down, so we might jump in on this the next 15. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this pair up because I do like how it's looking right here. So we might be jumping in on this the next trade, the next candlestick. Euro AUD is a little too far for me personally. They probably will both continue to move the same way. Jerk 30 is respecting this daily level still. So as long as I can respect that daily level, I'm gonna look for another buy entry on here. I'll put my stop loss right there. So this will be like a nice 1 to 3 risk reward. Out of curiosity, SPX is moving kind of similar. Let me see what gold's up to. So gold just exploded. So it just ripped through this level. So we're going to see, I want to see a retest in X15. But this is a good sign. So we're going to be looking for a gold buy. And we're going to be looking for GA sells. But this is a good sign that just ripped through that level. So now I want to see it retest the next 15. Yeah, so I'm going to write both of these up. Yeah, so I'd rather jump into some things this next 15 most likely. If this is your first time on the stream, make sure to click that free Signal Room free Telegram link first in the description. I'm going to go over how we went yesterday and how the week's gone so far. We haven't lost a trade yet. SL for GA, I'm looking at 7630. SL 7630. Yeah, and I like how gold's looking. I like to see a retest, so I'm going to try to interrupt the retest. Because that's a big rip right there, and I know it's about to hit a wall, so I'm going to wait for the retest on it. SL for this. It's going to be a tight SL. I mean, I could put it right here, so I might just put it there for the safe side. 1892. All right, bam. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into some things. Next candlestick. Yep. So I want to see it drop a little bit more. But there goes the retest candle, which is what I wanted to look for. And I got GA on my other screen. They're both doing retest after the movement they just did. But yeah, I'm most likely going to enter gold and GA in a second. I'm just watching them both on both my screens to see if it's going to retrace a little bit more. That way we'll be able to catch more pips and have a better risk to reward. And at the same time, I'm going to be paying attention to the JPY pairs. This just broke underneath the level as well. It's retesting this daily level. So we might look for another sell here. I think I messed these zones up. I turn this yellow. There we go. Yeah, so we're watching the JPY pairs. NJ's on that daily level, so let's go gold. Yeah, but we're probably going to, it's trying to push up. It could still retest that level later, but I'd rather deal with the little drawdown than miss the overall move. So we might be jumping in on this soon. So I'm going to go ahead and write this up because I do like how this is looking right here. 1002. I got GA written up. We're most likely going to jump in to both of these. Yeah, it's trying to push up, so we might be entering this in a second. I want to see who's going to retest that level, but like I said, it's not going to retest. I'd rather deal with a little bit of drawdown than miss the overall move. But yeah, GA is trying to drop right now, so we're about to enter GA. So GA, let me look, 7630, 7503. 7630 minus 7503. All right. All right, y'all give me a second. I'm trying to. Yeah, so we're about to jump in on these. Yeah, so we're entering gold, we're entering GA. I'm about to post both of these right now, and we're going to see what they can do. Yeah, so it's pumping up. It did a nice retest. We're going to see. I'm about to post the TPs in a second. I posted gold in the free signal room. GA is going to be it's members only trade. SL for this, I put it in the Telegram first link, but it's going to be 1892, and then GA's SL is going to be 76.25, 76.30 ish. And that thing already shot up and hit TP1 already. So I'm going to mark up the rest of these. Yeah, so it could do a retest the next 5 minutes. It hasn't been this high in a while. So give me 1 second while I write these TPs up. All right, back. So the first TP, it already hit the first TP, but I'm going to post it again. Because I know I just posted signal. So the first TP is going to be, let me change that color on that. We do got some news. We're about to hit it again. So we're about to change it to the next TP, 1905. And I'm going to keep it here till it gets hit again. Alright, so we just hit the first TP. The VA hasn't made the move yet, but I'm about to type the TPs in a second and pull that up too. So we're about to see if we can knock these levels of traffic out. With this news coming up later on at 10 a.m., it's either going to cause it to continue to pump or it's going to cause a retracement to happen. That's one of the two things I can see happening. Let me pull up GA really quick. But let me see what the GJ is up to. GJ is respecting that level still. Yeah, these are pumping up. Yeah, so we might be jumping into some things soon. I'm going to wait still for the indices. Euro USD is pushing up as well. So like I said, for the pairs that are bullish, I'm going to wait for them to either break above the daily level or I'm going to wait for them to retrace and then enter at the respective zones. So GA is dumping. We just hit TP1 for GA. My bad, I didn't even put my entry in. My bad, y'all. So we just hit TP1. So TP1 got hit for both trades so far. And this is your first time on the stream, make sure to, like I said, click that first link because I posted a disclaimer in there. My strategy is a little bit different from traditional strategies, and my TP is a little bit different as well. So if this is your first time on the stream, make sure to click that link and read that disclaimer so you kind of understand how things work, so you're not confused when TPs get hit and stuff. Breaking this level here. This is the furthest it's gone both of these times under this zone. So I want to see if we can break this level. The next TP, let me go ahead and mark that off, is going to be 7495. So let's see if we can break these levels here. So this one's currently trimming at TP1. My bad, y'all. If I'm quiet, that's because I'm typing some stuff up. And we're about to go on some other pairs as well. But I'm giving the JPY pairs some time anyways because they're still on the daily levels. So I'm not tripping too much about that right now. So 455. Cool. Alright, so TP are posted. So kind of right back at entry. So let me see what goes up to. Whoops. This one I deleted that. The trading view's been bugging, so not shocker that that's happening. I think we just hit TP. Yeah, we did hit the other TP. So TP2 got hit. So now I wouldn't be surprised if we see a retest coming up, especially this next 15-minute candlestick. Would not be surprised if we see a retest, but let me remark my chart up. Okay. 1592 down. Yeah, so everything else we're going to be chilling on. So we're only in 2 trades currently. And we're watching the other USD pairs, and we're keeping an eye on the JPY pairs. They are attempting to continue to drop down. But we're in no rush to enter trades, y'all. We're in no rush. So we're just going to patiently let this do its thing. But as of now, I want to look for another sell setup because it's done some nice retracements. So I want to look for another sell setup as of now. Do I not have the next zone marked off? I do not. So let me pull this up on my other screen. So I'm going to pull up. Let me see what these pairs are doing. Alright, so this came back down. So I'm going to delete this for now and keep on it. I know New Zealand CAD is doing a repeat of what it's been doing all this week as well. As you can see, it's literally just been doing the same thing over and over again. Just like a bunch of other pairs, just like gold and a few other pairs that we've traded this week. This week's been very rangy, but it is the new quarter, so it is to be expected. So I'm just looking at some pairs really quick. But let me go ahead and fix up my New Zealand JPY chart. But so far is respecting those daily levels, but I still want to look for mainly a sell. We could see a possible buy. It is on a strong support resistance level on the daily time frame. I'll pull that up and show you all that after I'm done marking my thing up. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna mark that off like that. All right, cool. All right, I think that looks good enough. It looks good enough. I'll put it right there. Yeah, so if we can break the support level, then we'd be back at bearish momentum. We work on buys for the JPY pairs because it was breaking the flow of the downtrend and bearish momentum. But after yesterday, and especially after the news, we can see prices just dropped right back down, and we're right back where we left off around last week. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level. It's either going to treat this as a support level push back up and look for maybe a possible sell right here, or it's going to break down and you're going to look for another sell right here. So that's the two things we're looking at right now. GA still reattempting. Let's see the gold's doing that retest. Nope, gold's still pumping, which is good for us. So y'all should be nice and blue on gold. GA, y'all should be blinking in and out, but y'all should be nice and blue on gold. All right, new 15 just started. I want to see you keep pumping up, of course. Looks like we might be hitting the next TP. Let me pull up GBPJPY on my other screen. Gold's pumping up nicely. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to hit that like. What's going on, Daniel? What's going on? GJ's going for a reattempt. See, USDCHF's up too. So that's pushing back up. Yeah, USDCHF could go either way, honestly. Yeah, that would have been a nice drop on Euro AUD. Euro CAD, I might try to look for another sell on that, possibly. Let me see what the indices are up to. So this is still respecting this wall right here. We also caught a nice buy on oil. I went over this in the live stream, but I didn't enter this until a little bit after the live stream. But we caught a nice move on oil yesterday as well. Me and the members. GBAD is dropping. So, I mean, your AUD is dropping. So GA is trying to follow suit. Gold's kind of stuck right here chilling. But I want to see if we can hit that next TP. So those are showing the stream. We're only in 2 trades right now. Only one that's at an entry point that I would recommend you can still enter is GA. But gold, we're kind of already up a little bit. We're kind of chilling at TP1. We hit TP2 already. So right now we might potentially see a retest. But of course, we want to see if we can continue to pump up. So that's what we're looking for. And that's what it's trying to do. GA is not moving as smooth as Euro AUD, but we're still going to let it do its thing. Because it's just some slight levels of traffic to the left, but on the bigger time frames, it is still overall bearish. So we're going to let that do its thing. And this is a little bit of a late entry on GA, so it could try to do a retracement. I wouldn't be surprised. And we just knocked out another TP, 1706. TP3 just got hit. And I don't want to say this is easy, but once you understand what you're doing, it gets a little bit simpler. Like I probably sound like a zombie right now. And that's because I literally just hopped out the bed like maybe 10, 20 minutes before London session started. And I do this every day. Like I literally just wake up, get on the charts, do a quick analysis, and then wait for the setups and then enter the trade. And it's just that simple, y'all. Now this one's moving a little bit smoother. Sometimes it'll take a little while before we hit TPs. But either way, we don't control the speed of the charts. You know what I'm saying? We don't control the charts in general. But that's why it's important just to have a set of rules, have a good strategy, know how to read the charts, and then just let the charts do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of trades this week that hit all TPs, but took a little while to do so. Like we had this huge USDX trade a couple of days ago, NAS100 a couple of days ago, US30 a couple of days ago. They all did that as well, where it took a little while before it did that move. Even CJ, when we took a buy on that earlier this week. CJ, when we took the sell also. So it just happens. It's just up to the charts. We don't control the markets. So you just gotta do your setup, do your analysis, and then just patiently wait. That's all you gotta do is just do that and then patiently wait. So we might be due for a retracement. Oh, we're in the middle of the zone. Let me go ahead and let the members know. Gold is in the middle of the zone. And GA is taking a little while to hit TP2, but once volume starts to pick up, I think we're going to knock these levels out. But this hasn't been this low in a while. It hasn't been farther than this in a while, as we can see here. Hasn't really broken this level this month yet. So we're about to see if we can break the lows for the month. So that's what we're looking at right now. Still paying attention to the JPY pairs. Like I said, I want to mainly look for a sell, but it also makes sense to possibly look for a buy setup here as well. So we do have this oil imbalance right here that just got filled up. So we could see a slight retracement. And then probably when the news comes up, excuse me, we could see a slight retracement. And then when the news comes on today, a reversal. That's always a possibility. Would not be surprised if that happened. So gold's attempting to continue to pump up. Obviously, I want to see it pump up, but if y'all read the disclaimer first in the description and the free signal room, when these TPs get hit, he's either going to respect or reject those levels. And we've seen that happen a few times already with gold. I'm just looking, New Zealand cash are tracing back up. Let's see. Yeah, GA is struggling a little bit. It's kind of just chilling in place though, so we're gonna let that do its thing for now. New Zealand JPY is pushed back up off that level. Let's see what CJ is up to. So CJ is continuing to drop, but I kind of don't like this risk to reward anyways. But since that's kind of dropping, we might see a repeat of yesterday where that was dropping and then GJ later on snuck up and followed its lead. We could potentially see that. But all the other JPY pairs are retracing up. CJ's the only one that's continuing to dump. But we're going to stay out of that for now. Yeah, everything else is retracing up. Gold's still pumping. Let me see what these indices are up to. These are dropping. So these are confirming a sell right now still. But overall it's bullish. I can see a sell because there are some imbalances, but I still want to stick with the overall direction price is going. And we can see it's very bullish, but there are some imbalances. It could try to fill up before continuing the uptrend. So we could possibly go for a sell, for a scalp setup, but for day trades and the long positions. I want to look for overall buys. So I'm going to patiently wait for buy setups. USDX is looking like a potential good buy setup. I want to see what the next 15 looks like on that. Excuse me. I want to see what the next 15 looks like on that. I do see a potential buy setup there. Gold still slowly pumping. GA still taking a nap. Out of curiosity, let me see what Euro AED is doing. That might be why Euro AED is at the middle of the zone. So that's probably why GA is kind of stuck where it's at. Funny enough, AED in New Zealand, I went over this in yesterday's stream and it actually ended up going exactly as anticipated. So I could have called this out yesterday as well. It actually ended up going exactly as anticipated. But it's all good. That's just another example of what I mean by there's literally opportunities everywhere. And I'm not trying to jump in every opportunity. I might jump in most, but the goal isn't to jump into every opportunity. The goal is to look for high probability setups that are most likely going to go your way and then jump into those. Because over trading can definitely hurt your account. Like yesterday, for example, we only entered 3 trades. Granted, we're holding a couple of trades from the day before, but yesterday we only entered 3 trades. Well, I only entered 3 trades, I should say. Yeah, we're going to be looking for buy setups. Yeah, I like how the SPX is looking right here. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. And we might be jumping into some buy setups. Granted, like I said, there is news at 10 a.m., so we could see retracement. I like to see that happen at 10 a.m. I like to see it pump up. And if it is going to do retracement, do it at the news. Or we could see retracement, and then when the news comes up, then they could continue to pump in the uptrend. But speaking of pump, gold's just going crazy right now. Gold's going insane. We're about to hit the next TP. I want to see if we can hit it before the next 15-minute candlestick. Yeah, gold's going insane right now. GA is still trying, but it's kind of just chilling back at the entry. After it hit TP1, it kind of just got stuck. USDX is looking like it's trying to push up. GBPJPY looks like it's trying to follow the trio's lead. Still got a rejection look off that level though, actually. No, knock that wall off. He's just still under. NAS just broke back above the 4-hour level. Nice rejection look. Yes, we might go for some buy setups. Do you like how these are looking? So we're gonna wait for the next 15 before we jump in on those. I want to see this next TP get hit. Let me go to GJ really quick, see what's going on with the JPY pairs. Let me not forget about this pair as well. Okay, so y'all see this. Y'all saw that this was not here, but now it is here. This thing's bugging out. So this is ranging right now. So right now with USD CHF, it can go either way. Overall, it is bearish, but it did pull up, hit this level, retraced, respecting this wall here. It looks like I might try to hit it again. So I'm just paying attention to that. I may or may not even enter that because with that one, it's kind of like rolling the dice. And I don't really like to enter trades where it's like rolling the dice. You get what I'm saying? We just hit another TP, y'all. We're just knocking TPs out the park. So we just hit, what TP is this? We just hit TP4. So we're up 500 pips right now, y'all. Do not let your screen turn red. We're up 500 pips right now. Straight out the bed. Straight out the bed. I might start. I mean, I'd be up. Like, I was looking at the charts earlier. So I'm actually I took like a 2-hour nap. I was on the charts earlier. And like always, as soon as I decide to go to sleep, the chart's like, oh, he's asleep now? All right, let's do the move he was waiting for 2 hours. That's what happened to me yesterday as well. But it's all good because you can't catch every trade. This oil trade, might look for a second entry if it can break this level here. Might look for a second entry on this. Looking for a second entry. We'll see though. New 15 started, so it worked out perfectly. So we might see a retracement because we are in the middle of the zone and it has done a huge pump up. So if you're happy with your profits, you secure them, move SL on profit, take partials, whatever y'all do. But keep an eye on your charts, all right, because it's gotten a little better because I've been doing this for a while. But I know when I first started doing this, people would try to hold till final TP, and then when retracements would happen, people would hit me up like, hey, still holding. And yeah, this would have been a nice. GA is not moving as smooth as this, so it's kind of unfortunate we missed that entry, but it's all good. We're up on gold, so that's what matters. Real cash dropping down again, so we're going to see how it reacts to that level there. JPY pairs are still kind of chilling. Yeah, so we're going to see how price. We could have went for a buy, but I want to look for a sell still. Could be trying to fill this imbalance up, so I want to see how it reacts to the support resistance level there, and then go from there. I say that now, but as of now, I don't want to look for a buy yet. It could potentially happen though, because it's a nice imbalance right there. We'll pull it up on my other screen. Let me see something. But the past couple days, I don't want to say this whole week, but the past couple days, yeah, GJ is pushing up further. I have noticed that as soon as market would open again, the JPY pairs would just get straight to business, like no hesitation. So it did hit that level and it's trying to push up. The JPY pairs are retracing and reacting off this level. So we could look for a possible buy, but I'm gonna leave it be. We just hit another TP, y'all. Wait, no, that's the same TP. No, we did hit another TP. We just hit TP5. Mm-mm. 1910. Great start to the day so far. Great start to the day so far. One of the most satisfying things when the trade goes your way. One of the most satisfying things. We're about to hit the last TP. So after this last TP gets hit, move SL on profit or close. But yeah, but the thing is just climbing up right now. Let me see what GA is doing. GA is kind of stuck at this level of traffic. But we're gonna let it do its thing. The good entry would have been up here, so it's a little bit of a later entry, but it's still good risk reward even at the entry we took. So as long as you calculated your lot size properly and accordingly, there's no stress. So I do like how USDX is looking as well. These are under this daily level though. It's the only thing that's concerning. NAS isn't though. And I like how USDX is slowly trying to climb. So let me take a deeper look at USDX on the other screen, and we're gonna keep an eye on gold to see if we're gonna hit that other TP. So overall, it is still bullish. So I do want to look for a buy on this. Yeah, I like how this is looking. It's retracing a little bit, so we want to see how it reacts to this level here. But we may or may not enter some indices as well. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But the way price has been moving, I might start swing trading to be honest, because I've been just looking at the charts. Because we've been calling buys and all these. It's like, man, if I would have just held this trade from like we entered this buy on Monday, we hit all these CPs and just continue to climb up. So I don't know if anyone kept holding, but if I would start swing trading, man, 1873. Well, actually, that's a lot. I entered like 1877 just to keep it fair. So where it's currently at, that's a crazy amount of pips on gold. Same thing with Jerk 30. Called this buy on Wednesday. Well, this one doesn't really count because it's still chilling at the top of the zone, so this one don't count. But NAS called this buy into the same buy twice in a row, Monday and Tuesday. If we would have kept holding from where we entered here at 11,100 to where it's currently at 11,000. That's like 40,000 pips right there, which would have been insane. US30, those numbers just get even crazier. Enter the buy here. Crazy. I might start swinging. Trade wise, that is. Not IRL. So we're about 50 pips away from the final TP. I might pull up on my broker to see if we hit it or not. Because we did tap the line, but I kind of want to see it break through it. But I might pull up on my broker to see if we did hit it. GA is going for around 3. Let me see what the JPY pairs here. JPY pairs look like we might be able to see, looking like a potential buy setup. But I'm just going to leave it alone. USDCHF looking like a potential buy setup as well. But let me see if we hit the final TP on gold. We actually did hit it. So at this point, y'all, move at selling profit or close. We just caught 800 pips in literally less than an hour. Not a bad start to the day. Not a bad start to the day. So if it can continue to pump up, we could potentially see it hit 1917, 1916. But these are a lot of green candlesticks. So unless the volume just continues to be extremely bullish, we are most likely going to see a retracement coming up soon. Now, looking at the news for the day, I believe it's just USD news. Yeah, the GBP news happened at 2 a.m. GBP news, 2 a.m. Let me do some math. 3. Nothing really happened, at least on that pair. Did we miss a GU buy? Yeah, we sure did. Which makes sense because this is in my course as well, but there are pairs that move the same. And those that are watching the stream or those that are watching this replay, go ahead and write this down. If you don't know, you're about to know now. Gold, the USD pairs like to follow gold. So I'm talking about Euro USD, GBP USD, New Zealand USD, AD USD. Those like to follow gold 8 to 9 times out of 10. As we can see here, Euro USD is pumping up as well, just like gold is. GU's kind of been moving a little bit more aggressive. Like again, they're not going to move exactly the same because they all have different values. They all have different levels of traffic and key support resistance levels. But direction and flow wise, they move similarly. And speaking of swing trading, we took this buy on Euro USD. It would have kept holding. I don't know if anyone kept holding, but you could have caught another 100, almost 200 pips off this buy right here that we took. This is still a potentially good entry for a buy, so we might still be able to enter this. We're going to see what the next 15 looks like though, and we see the retracement happening. So if you see a red candlestick and you see it dropping, either close if you're happy with your profits, or if you want to hold it still, that is completely up to you. I'm never going to tell somebody to continue to hold a trade, even if there's more TPs to get hit. I'm never going to tell somebody to not close a trade. That's just something I won't do. Yeah, so I like how this is looking. So we might jump in on this the next 15 as well. We might jump in on Euro USD as well. Just broke this level, so I want to look for some retest. GU, man, if I was paying attention to this, I kind of brain farted, not gonna lie, y'all. But we could have caught a great amount of pips here. We could have been up another 40 pips on top of gold. The USDX is trying to pump up though, so we might jump into that. I like how GBPJPY is looking as well, but yeah, we might be jumping into these. SPX is still showing a potential sell setup, so we might leave those alone. I like how ESDX is looking. ESDX is not showing that, so yeah, we might be jumping in on these. The next 15-minute candlestick, depending on what it looks like. That's retracing, just like how we see gold dropping down. We see Euro USD dropping down. Again, not a coincidence. Let's see if we see GU. Oh, look at that. GU dropping down. This looks more like gold than Euro USD. Not a coincidence. Out of curiosity, let's pull up New Zealand USD and see what's going on there. Look at that. Huge rejection with this pumped up. Same time gold pumped up. And look at that. Dropping down, retracing, just like how gold is. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Yeah, so GA is just ranging right now. We're going to see what it does. We're going to see what it do. We're still going to hold that. JPY pairs pushing up. Yeah, so we might enter EUSDX this next 15. We're going to see how it reacts to this level, but I do like how it's looking. But that was a great scrim. I might stay on for another candlestick or two, but make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. I'm going to drop a video either today or this weekend. I've been very busy. I've had a lot of just a lot of meetings and stuff. But I do have some content that I need to edit and post, because that's what I'll do. I'll record a bunch of stuff and then I just will end up not posting it, or I don't like how it turned out, whatever the case may be. But as we see here, we see that red candlestick popping up. So don't be surprised if the next 15. Now, granted, it could drop down, but continue to pump up. But who wants to go through that emotional roller coaster, right? Who wants to go through that emotional roller coaster? This is still trying to pump up. Yeah, so I like how USDX is looking. So we might enter that. I like how it's looking. Let me see what the Canadian pairs are up to out of curiosity. This is still chilling on that daily level. Let me see New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD's push back up as well. Let me see. It was still chilling at the last TP. Yeah, so I like how these are looking. So we might be jumping into these this next 15. So I do like how these are looking right here. SL, I'm looking at 41.17. 15. Okay, new 15-digit start. It's doing a retracement. Looks like it's going to try to pump up though, so we might be jumping in on this because I do like how this is looking. Yeah, so we're going to jump in on this right here. Yeah, so we're going to jump in on these. I'm going to post these right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see if we can catch some pips here. Now, will it go as smooth as gold? That's another question. But I do like how this is looking. My bad, y'all, if I'm quiet and I'm typing some stuff up. So we're gonna see. I do like how this looks. I am writing it up, but just like gold is doing a retest, I want to see how far it will retrace. It looks like it's trying to pump up, so we might be jumping on these. My only concern is if it might try to follow what this trio's doing. But I genuinely like how it's looking right here. So we're just going to enter these. We're just going to enter to see how this goes. But these will be the only things I'm entering until maybe after news. But I do like how this is looking right here. So we want to mark this off like this. 41. Wow, I just hit it. Okay, so we just hit TP1 off rip. So that's nice. Things are pumping. Let me see if gold's still pumping as well. Oh, look, gold's still pumping as well. So gold, nobody's screen should turn red off that trade. We're deep in profit. It's doing a retracement. Like I said, it was bound to happen, but we are deep in profit. 490. That's what I'm gonna do. 14.90. I like that. Price is pumping up on these trades right here. All right, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at playmaker_daily on TikTok. Post weekly on Instagram. Make sure to follow me on both. I post recaps, trading tips, all that good stuff. If you want to contact me directly, it'll be easiest on Instagram at playmaker_way. I respond to all DMs within the day, if not within the hour. Or click that link in the description and join the free signal room. And then, give me 1 second. Once you click that free signal room, you click right here. Then you can hit me up on Telegram right there. This is how we did yesterday. We went 3-0 yesterday. We're 17-0 for the week. Technically 18-0 from that gold trade. Caught 558 pips yesterday. Caught 191 off a CJ trade. Oil, we caught 142 pips. Euro AUD, we caught 57 pips. New Zealand CAD, we caught 40 pips. Euro USD, we caught 128 pips. So it was a great week. So TP1 just got hit on GBPJPY as well. This is just a members only play though. Another type of TPs. We just hit TP2 on USDX50. So great start to the Friday. And like I said, the game plan is I want to see if it's going to pump up. And then probably when the news comes out, we might see a reversal, a fake out, whatever the case may be. But overall, price is still bullish. Everything's showing me buys. I'm only going to look for buys. If everything's showing me sells, I'm only going to look for sells. Okay, that is the general rule that you guys want to follow. If you're interested in how to mark up these charts and literally just wake up out the bed and catch some pips, click the links in the description. I have the advanced play signal room if you want to get notified every time I enter a trade, not just get notified when I enter a few of the trades. Or if you want to learn how to do this stuff yourself, I also do one-on-one sessions. The course I did just drop. If you have any question about the course, hit me up on Instagram or Telegram. It's not just a course on how to trade Forex. It's a course on how to read the charts. This strategy does not just work on Forex. As you can see, it works on indices, metals. It also works on cryptos, stocks, options, all that stuff. You can use this to trade scalping, day trading like we're doing right now, or you can go look for long-term holds for like stocks or cryptos and things like that. But in the course, of course, I teach you how to trade Forex as well. But I just want to really stress that this strategy isn't just strictly for Forex. This is literally how to read the charts in general. This is how you read the charts. Give me 1 second. 14. Wait, no, I'm tripping. 15. There we go. So we're going to see if we can hit TP2. But I'm going to target TPs, y'all, for GBPJPY. And then I'm probably going to hop off of here. Let me put gold up on my other screen so I make sure that I'm get blindsided by possible retracement. But so far, it looks like it's going to continue to try to push up. Actually, screw that. This is what we're about to do. We're going to do this. There we go. $70, 15, 90. Cool. Cool. So GA is the only one that's acting shy on us, but we're going for around 4 on that. So we're going to see if it can do what we want it to do. Out of curiosity, looking at GJ, Might try to drop down out of curiosity. Look at this. Looks like it's doing that sell setup. I may or may not enter this. We're in plenty of trades right now where we can catch more pips and make more money. So I'm not tripping too much. But I do see a potential sell setup on this. Excuse me. Gold's still pumping. Gold's still pumping up. Indices are still pumping up. We just hit TP1 on GBPJPY 15, 110. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep an eye on these charts, let these ride out, but definitely a great start to the day. And again, it sometimes it's like this. Like y'all been here for a while, you already know we do this all the time. But it's honestly just up to the charts. We don't control the markets. You know, sometimes we'll hit multiple TPs very quick, or it could be like gold earlier this week, where it literally took a couple days before we hit all the TPs. Like we entered this on Monday, we didn't hit the final TP till Wednesday, right? So then after Wednesday, did a retest. Then as you can see, Thursday is when it finally broke that level, and then now here we are. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll be days like today or yesterday with CJ, where the TPs will just start getting hit back to back to back. We don't control markets, so that's why it's just up to us to do our analysis, select our TPs, select our SLs, and then just patiently wait and let the charts do its thing. All right, but again, we do got news for the USD pairs at 10 a.m. Red folder news. That's literally it. News wise, I might look for some other pairs to enter, but gold really fed me this morning, I ain't gonna lie. So, and USDX is doing the same so far, and GBP30 kind of retraced a little bit. USDX is doing a little bit better. USDX is chilling at TP1, between TP1 and TP2. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next week. Live stream every day, 3 a.m. EST London session. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop off this. Those just jumping in, we are in currently a few trades. We're in ESDX. We're kind of chilling at TP1, TP2. The entry for that is in the free signal room, first link in the description. Make sure to click and check that out. You see the reactions. You see how many people jumped in on this. About 75, almost 80 people got this trade with us. USDX, we already hit TP2. I want to see if we can hit 700 people next week. All right. So let's see if we can make that happen. Share the room with your friends. There's plenty of room for everybody to eat. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I might look at the JPY pairs still. But I might just watch them just for fun, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to jump in on them. Same thing with this. Maybe not jump in on that. But this is the USDX is moving a lot smoother than GBPJPY at the moment. But that's most likely. Well, SPX is pushing up as well as US30 and NAS. Then these might be getting interesting. Do I want to jump on indices? Is it that time of the year? Because those that have been here for a while, there was a time way back when where we used to jump in all these at the same time. But that's when volume was very smooth and fluid. It's starting to kind of get like that, but it has been very choppy since the holidays, which is normal. But it is the new quarter, so things could be picking up soon. So we'll see. But as of now, it is looking tempting to jump into a few other things, but we're just gonna let this do this thing. GBP30 is kind of stuck. USDX is moving, but GBP30 kind of stuck. So I don't know what's going on with your 30. But hey, it's all good. NAS is moving as well. We're just gonna let that do its thing. It's gonna get its act together. It's slowly pushing up. There it goes. But USDX is going crazy right now. So y'all should be nice and blue on EUSDX. Y'all should be nice and blue on gold. GA, y'all should be flickering in and out of blue and red. Out of curiosity, I don't know. I like your USD as well. But ESDX and gold, any account size could enter those. So I'm not tripping about that. All right. Got a new 15. All right, I'm hopping off for real now. I'm gonna be on the chart still. I'm just debating if I want to call out any more trades or not, because I do see some potential setups. I'm just debating if I want to enter them or not. I may or may not. I might go over them with the members, and if they feel like they want to enter them, they can. That's usually what I do. But things are looking like they're about to try to continue to pump up, which ain't bad. NAS is doing better than the other indices. Maybe I should call the NAS one instead of Trade 30. But we're still gonna hold this. It's gonna get its act together. All right. See y'all